Hi everyone, it's Shannon and welcome to today's video. So today's video is going to be my recommendations for the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale that is for fall 2024 that is starting on Friday, August 30th. I did do my first 3 videos, one for each week, and I did ask during that video if anybody wanted me to do some recommendations because it's kind of hard to look at everything and trying to figure out what you want. So I did, a couple people did say that they were interested in it, so that's what I'm doing today. I am going to do my recommendations video, and I stuck to kind of the most popular topics like cleansers, day cream. I kind of avoided serums because serums and certain things are very subjective. I also stayed away from shampoo and conditioners and hair styling products just because, again, that's very subjective. I have straight hair. If you have curly hair, you're gonna want something different. The shampoo and conditioner also depends. I use a lot of purple shampoo. So it really just depends on you, and there's a lot of choices. And also, while I'm not an expert in makeup, that's what I mostly review, in skincare. With hair care, I use it, but again, I use what works for me, and it's very subjective. I also am not making recommendations for perfume because none of those perfumes are ones that I use daily, so I'm just kind of skipping it as a whole. And again, it's super subjective. So sticking to, I'm gonna start, so first of all, there will be timestamps below. So if you are looking at a specific topic, just go to the timestamp below. You can skip, all the other topics, and you can go, and then I'm talking about them. I tried to limit them to about 3 per topic. However, like foundations, there's going to be a couple because there's several good foundations, and then there's a couple full coverage, then there's a BB cream, so there's a little bit more within the category. And then a lot of times it's not, if I didn't include a certain product and I said I liked it in the other video, that doesn't mean I don't like it. It could just come down to price. For example, there's a really good StriVectin moisturizer or day cream that is really, really good. However, it's also very expensive, even at 50% off. So I tried to stick also to price. There's some that might be a little bit pricey if I really think it's a stellar product. But for the most part, I tried to okay, this is a really great deal. This one is going to be, this price. And then with cleansers and stuff, I also broke that down, and it'll all be below as well, how many ounces it is. So for the cleansers, there's 6.6 or 7.6 ounce, and then there's one that's 8 ounces. So you can also do the price comparison that way. So when I'm talking about them, I'm not ranking them. I am just talking about them in the order of the sale. So I will list the date that they're, this one's on September 2nd, this one's on September 3rd. Also, that's listed below. So they're listed cleansers, the 3 or whatever, 4, etc. So I tried to make it very user friendly so that also you don't have to watch the whole video. If you want to pick up a mascara, you can just go down below, click mascara, it'll take you to that section. So hopefully it works out that way, and it works well for most people that want to watch this video. And if you do like this format, please leave a comment below. And if you don't like this format, leave a comment below. If you have an idea of a better way to do it, let me know. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I am going to try and go a little faster. Some of those videos were really long to edit, so I'm going to try and just go speed through as quickly as possible. So first up, we have cleansers. That's going to be the first topic. I have 4 that I recommend. So first up, we have the ELEMIS Superfood Facial Wash. It's going to be $19.50 on September 2nd. ELEMIS is a great product. They're usually, I think they're a little bit overpriced for the most part, but they are very good. I use a lot of ELEMIS products. I love their cleansing balm. So I think 6.76 ounces is a good, decent size. $19.50 is a great price for an ELEMIS cleanser, so I think it's a really good price. Then you have on September 3rd, you have the Hanskin cleansing balms. There's 3 different versions. Now these are 2.82 ounces, but you really can't compare the ounces to the regular cleansers, but it looks like it's a pretty good size, and these are only going to be $11. I might even pick up one, even though I have a brand new one from ELEMIS. I might pick up one of these just to have. It's always good to have, and maybe just keep it in my suitcase. But $11 is a really great price. Then you have the Dermalogica Daily Superfoliant Exfoliator. It's 33 $33. This is going to be September 13th. I talked about this one. I have the Milkfoliant, and which is a very similar product. It's a daily like cleanser, very, very gentle exfoliant cleanser. It's not like a scrubbing type exfoliant, but it's very gentle, and I use it every morning. Like that's the cleanser that I use every morning, and I just love it. So that one's not on sale, but this one is. It's very similar. The Milkfoliant is a little bit, you know, it's a different type of an ingredient, but I'm going to try this one. I think I've tried a sample and I liked it. I do like the Milkfoliant more, to be honest, but since that one's like $65, so I'm going to get this one at $33. And then my last recommendation is on September 14th, and that is from Philosophy, the Microdelivery Exfoliating Facial Wash. Now this one's 8 ounces, and this is going to be $15. So I think this is a really great price. $15, 8 ounces, really great, you know, good size. Philosophy is a good brand. Now it is an exfoliating facial wash, but I don't think it is one that has like the real big scrubbers. It's not like a facial scrub. So I think those are my 4 recommendations for cleansers. Okay, moving on to day creams and moisturizers. So I have, let's see, 5 in this category. What can I tell you? So the first up is Peach and Lily, the Matcha Pudding Antioxidant Cream. This is 1.69 ounces, $22.50, and this is going to be the first day of the sale on August 30th. I love Peach and Lily. It's a great brand. I've used several of their products, and while I haven't used this one, I would say that this is probably a very good cream. It had good reviews. I think it's a good price, and I've only had great experience with Peach and Lily. Then you have the Kopari Beauty Moisture Whipped Ceramide Cream. This is 2.1 ounces. This is on September 2nd, and this is going to be $21. So this is a little cheaper than the one from Peach and Lily, and it's got a little bit more product. So again, sometimes with a moisturizer, depending on the moisturizer, sometimes you need a little bit more moisturizer, so it kind of washes out. I can't really tell you which one, but again, Kopari Beauty is fantastic. I love them. And again, this is, I think, probably, you know, I love ceramide, so I would think that this is a very good moisturizer, and again, it has great reviews. Then you have the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Cream, 12 ounces. Now this is a huge jar. It comes in 3 different sizes. It's the big jar that's on sale. So it's the jumbo one. It's 12 ounces. That's gonna last you for at least a year, and it's $30. So now it's a big jumbo jar. I have one of those jumbo jars, but what I do is I have a smaller jar, and what I do is when I use the smaller jar, and then when I'm out of it, I scoop out of the big one and I put that one underneath my sink, so I don't have that big jar on my vanity. So that's an idea. So this is going to be the best value. Now this cream I do use. It's fantastic whenever my face is dry from a procedure or just from a treatment or just the environment. This is the stuff I use. This is the stuff that will heal my skin and will bring the moisture back to my skin. So it is literally an ultra repair cream, and this is the cream I use after I do my laser. If you watch that Halo video, I talk about using this. It's fantastic. Definitely the best value for it. Then you have the Philosophy Anti-Wrinkle Miracle Worker Plus Line Correcting Moisturizer. This is 2 ounces, and this is going to be $37. So this is one of the pricier ones, but this is for the more mature lady like myself. And again, Philosophy, you know, good brand. And the Miracle Worker, I actually have tried this, and it is a very good moisturizer. Haven't tried it for long term, so I can't really speak on effects, but I think it's a good moisturizer, especially for someone concerned about anti-aging. And then finally, we have from Belif, the Brightening Vitamin C Cream, 1.69 ounces, $22.50, and that's going to be on September 19th. Philosophy, I forgot to mention, is on September 14th, and First Aid Beauty is on September 8th. So those are the recommendations for moisturizers and day creams. Okay, so for night creams, I only have 2 recommendations. There wasn't really that many night creams anyway, but I do think that the 2 that they have are really good. One of them I do have. So the first one is the second day of the sale on August 31st, and that is from StriVectin. It is the Super C Night Vitamin C Cream, 1.7 ounces, and it's $34.50. Normally, I believe it's normally $69. So really great price. StriVectin, I love anything StriVectin. StriVectin, it's just one of those brands that, in my opinion, can do no wrong. So I think it's a great product. I've used it. I bought it. It's fantastic. And then the OC Collagen Dream Night Cream, 1.9 ounces, and is $34. So it's 50 cents cheaper with 0.2 ounces more, so a little bit more product. This one, again, I've had experience using OC, but not this particular product. But my experience with the brand, looking at the recommendations, it looks, and the reviews, it looks to be a very good night cream, good price. So those are my two recommendations for the night cream. Now I don't have what day that is. Let me check. Okay, so the OC night cream is going to be on sale on September 16th. Okay, so now we're moving on to eye cream. Now I know eye cream is kind of a little controversial. Some people love it, some people say you don't need it. I'm one that I like an eye cream. Do you need it? Maybe not. I like an eye cream, and I like using, you know, one specifically. So it just, you know, I use some, you know, especially under my makeup, etc. So it just depends. But if you are one that don't think that you need an eye cream, then don't get it. So I have four eye creams. So the first one on sale is going to be on September 3rd, and this is the Kiehl's Creamy Eye Treatment with Avocado. 0.95 ounces, which is actually a really good size. It's almost double of some of the other two of the other eye creams, so it's almost double the size. So it's pricier, but it's also more product. And so that's going to be $30. Kiehl's is great. Eye treatment with avocado. I like avocado. I know it has a lot of healthy benefits, so I would think it has healthy benefits for your eyes. Then we have the Clinique All About Eyes Rich Eye Cream, 0.5 ounces. It is $21, and this is going to be on September 4th, so literally the next day. Great eye cream. You know, it's a solid. It's been around for a while, but it's a staple. Then you have the Ole Henriksen Banana Bright Plus Vitamin C Brightening Eye Cream. This also is the same size. It's 0.5 ounces, so half an ounce. It is $22, so it's just $1 more, and this is going to be on September 7th. Of the 4 eye creams, this is the one that I would recommend. You know, this would be my recommendation just because I love it. It wears really well under makeup, brightens the eyes, and this is something that a makeup artist recommended to me to use before doing my makeup. Then you have the last one is going to be on September 16th, and that is the Belif Moisturizing Eye Balm Cream. Now I have used this, but I don't use it regularly. I'm currently using their new eye gel from the same line that just came out, which I'm actually absolutely loving. Now this one is 0.84 ounces, so it's less than the Kiehl's, but it's more than the other two, and it's $24. So again, September 16th, the one from Belif. So those are the 4. I think of those 4, you're going to get a good eye cream. Okay, next category is SPF. So there's a lot of SPF in the sale, ironically, and this one there's 4, but 2 of them are different. So there's 2 traditional SPFs, and there's 2 that are, one's with a moisturizer and one is the like a spray. So first up is on August 31st, so the second day of the sale, and that is from Shiseido. It is the Benefiance Wrinkle Smoothing Day Cream SPF 23, 1.8 ounces, $38.50. Again, so this is going to be probably a little bit more expensive, but this is an SPF and a moisturizer. So you're probably going to use more because it is a moisturizer, but you could skip the moisturizer and get the SPF. Now, what I say is if you are going to be outside, like you're going to Disney World, you're going on a cruise, don't do a moisturizer SPF. But this is really good to do kind of every day. Like I don't go outside very often, like I drive in the car and stuff, but I'm not outside. It's like 97 degrees where I live right now. I'm not outside very often. So what I do for mostly every day is I have a moisturizer that has an SPF in it. And then if I'm going to be outside for an extended period of time, then I will put on a traditional SPF. However, that's what I do for like every day. So that's where it's really good, where you don't want to necessarily do a moisturizer and an SPF, having a moisturizer that has SPF. So that's where I think it's good. It's a little, it's a kind of a wrinkle day cream with an SPF. So you've got a couple different added benefits. So for $38.50, it's pricey, but I think there's a lot of benefits and you can kind of get 3 products in one. Next up, we have the Supergoop Unseen Sunscreen SPF 40, 1.7 ounces. It's $19, and this is going to be on September 1st. Fantastic product, love it. It's amazing. It's kind of like a makeup primer as well. It's amazing. I absolutely love it. Can't speak enough of it. You know, It's just great. Then you have the Murad Essential C Day Moisture, SPF 30, 1.7 ounces, and this is going to be on September 5th, and it is $34.50. This is again this isn't a moisturizer SPF. This is more of an SPF that can be a moisturizer, so it's kind of the same thing. So it's kind of flipped, but it's about the same price, a little bit less, and it's a little bit thicker consistency, whereas the Shiseido is feels more like a moisturizer, with this one kind of feels more like an SPF, if that makes sense. But I think both are great, just depends on what your wants and needs are. And then the last one is the one that I would say is different, is the Kula Makeup Setting Spray SPF 30. It is 1.5 ounces, but it's gonna be a liquid, so it's gonna be very different consistency, and it's $18, and this is on September 16th. Now, I've never used this one, but I've used Kula products before, but also Makeup Setting Spray SPF. I have the one from Naked Sundays that I use, and then I put it in my bag and I can spray, I put it in and I can reapply my sunscreen, like while at Disney or a theme park or on a cruise. I can spray it, not mess up my makeup, and then also I can use it on my son without him kind of fighting me trying to put on sunscreen. So I really love those. If I didn't just have bought a brand new one from Naked Sundays, I probably would have added that to my shopping list. Next category is body lotion. So there's a couple good ones. I picked 3 here. So the first one is the Body Firm Crepe Erase Body Repair Treatment. It's 10 ounces, so it's a pretty big jar. So it's, the thicker consistency. This is gonna be $48, and this is going to be on September 10th. Really great product, fantastic, and I mean, it's just really great. So especially if for more mature women, if you have starting to get those crepey legs, crepey skin, really great product. It is a little pricier, but I can tell you I've used it and it works. Then you have the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Body Lotion, 10 ounces, and this is in I think a jar. This is going to be $19, and so it's considerably less, but and this is on September 11th. Now this doesn't have this is ultra, moisturizing, it's a repair, it's the same thing, but it's for your body. This is going to be if you have very dry skin, this is going to be fantastic for it. I've tried their body cream, or their body lotion, it's fantastic. So it's different from the Crepe Erase. If you just are looking for hydration, then get this one. It's going to be cheaper. But if you are looking for something that's going to help improve your skin texture and hydrate, then the Crepe Erase is going to be the better one. And then the last one is kind of dual. It is the Kopari Beauty Ultra Renewal Retinol Body Cream. So retinol is also going to help the texture of your skin. This one's only 4.7 ounces, so it's half the size, but it's $21. So this is September 15th. So again, this is going to have both benefits as well, but it's half the size for about the same price as the First Aid Beauty. Okay, so now we're going to move into makeup, and we're going to start with primers. So I picked 3 primers, and one of them is an eyeshadow primer, but the first is going to be on September 8th, and it is the Urban Decay Cosmetics eyeshadow primers. They're great. They've been around forever. They work. They're great. It's going to be the original and the anti-aging. I would get the anti-aging just because I'm 48, but both are fantastic and they last forever. Those are $14, again on September 8th. Then you have the Smashbox Photo Finish Resurface Primer, $21, September 12th. Great primer. Smashbox was like the original primer, and this one has a little bit of skincare benefits. I've only tried it in a sample size, but it worked really well. I liked it. And then finally, the Tula Filter Primer is going to be $19 on September 15th. Again, I've tried it in a sample size. I liked it. I think all of these are good. I've used them. So I think they're all worth checking out. Okay, so moving on to concealers. I have 3, and these are all 3 that I have and use regularly. So the first up is going to be on September 5th, and it is the Clinique Even Better All Over Concealer and Eraser. It's going to be $16. Now, I'm not talking about sizes anymore because now the sizes are pretty much the same, so no more. I'm not talking about the sizes on these, yeah, this is going to be $16. This is actually the most expensive of the 3 concealers. It's a really good concealer. I really like it. I do like one of the other ones better, But again, it's a very good concealer. Clinique, it's just great. Then you have the Lancome All Over Concealer. This is going to be $14.50 on September 12th. This one is definitely the most, I think, full coverage of the three. So this is also, but very, very good for mature skin. Doesn't really crease. It's just an excellent overall full coverage concealer. Really good for also mature skin. And then the last one I think is probably my favorite of the three. And I forgot how much I liked it until I used it the other day for the video. And that is the Pure 4-in-1 Concealer. It is $12, and this is going to be on September 17th. It's also on sale with the foundation the same day. So really great concealer. Love it, love the push-up. It's just a really great concealer for 12 bucks. Like 12 bucks is like drugstore price. It's great. So I think all three are fantastic, but those are my three concealer recommendations. Okay, so moving on to foundations, and foundations was a category that was really hard to narrow down. So I do have 6, but there are some that are different types of formulas. So kind of go from there. So the first one is going to be the First Day, and this is a foundation that I have not tried, but has really great reviews, and several people in the video comments put it's great, I have it. Everybody loves it. So it is the About Face, the Performer Focused Foundation. It is a full coverage foundation, and it's going to be $11. So that is a foundation I will be picking up on Friday. Again, it is from About Face. It's only going to be $11. So for $11, I'm going to try it. I'll probably do a video on it because I don't remember seeing any videos on it. But yeah, let me know if you'll be picking it up or if you want a video on it. Now I just got to figure out what my shade is. Then you have on the next day, August 31st, you have the Lancome Tenti Doll Ultra Wear 24-hour full coverage foundation. This is $28.50, and I have a video on it here. This is a foundation I absolutely love. I wore it in the first video, I believe, for the week 1, and I have a video on it as well. I was not the original formula wasn't my holy grail. I know a lot of people didn't like it when it was reformulated. For me, it works great. I love it. I think it works great. So I'm very happy with this formula. I use it all the time. It's a great foundation. But again, if it was the old formula was your holy grail, I'm sorry, I know it's probably a touchy subject. Then on September 5th, you have the Clinique Even Better Makeup Broad Spectrum SPF 15 foundation. So this is going to be $19.50. This is a great everyday foundation. I've had this, I've actually used it all up, and it is a great, again, great. I think I got it one year when I hit like platinum or diamond and you got like a free gift. I think I got like this foundation, and you know, didn't think much of it. I really love the clinical one, but I got this one, and it was one that I used just like kind of every day. It's a really great foundation. It's good. It's lightweight, really great foundation. So I wouldn't use it as your SPF, but great everyday, solid, you know, $19.50, can't beat it. And then we have the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place foundation. It's going to be $26. This is on September 7th. So the Clinique was on September 5th. This is on September 7th. Now this is a full coverage, long wearing foundation. So somebody was asking me like what I would recommend between the Lancome and the Estee Lauder. I think I prefer personally, or actually they asked me between the Estee Lauder and the Pure. But so what I would say with the Estee Lauder is the Estee Lauder, if I'm going to be out all day long, or I'm going to be outside, then that would be the foundation. I'm going to, you know, if I'm going to be running errands and I'm going to be, or going to my son's field day, or going to the theme parks or something like that, then I would wear this one because it's going to be one that's going to last. That's not going to melt. It's just going to stay. The Lancome or the Pure, they're both full coverage. But they're a little bit lighter weight, and while they're long lasting under the hot sun, you know, I kind of think of like the hot sun of like being under stage lights. Like sometimes you need stage makeup that's not going to melt away, the same type of thing. So, you know, I would go for it. But if I'm going to be inside and I want it to look beautiful, then I probably would go for one of the other two. So that's kind of the caveat. But, you know, even if I'm going to be inside, but I need it for like 12 hours, I'm going for the Estee Lauder Double Wear. So, but $26, even at the cosmetic company store, which is the Estee Lauder outlet, you're not going to get it for that price. Then you have the Erborian BB and CC cream. This is on September 9th. This is a product, again, that I have not tried, but It has rave reviews, great. I mean, I've only heard amazing things about it. I'm not a big BB and CC cream person. This is $23, but again, rave reviews, people love it. And I think if you want a BB or a CC cream, that's a really good one to try. There are two different ones. And then the last one, which is the one that I wore in the week 2 and week 3 video, is from Pure 4-in-1 Love Your Selfie Foundation. It is $19 and is going to be on September 17th. Love that foundation. It is one of the few foundations that I have used up in its entirety. Like, I was dripping. I mean, it was literally dripping. I was trying to get it out of the bottle so that I could use it for that video. I love it. It is, yeah, it's going to be $19. It's just a great foundation that I think a lot of people talked about it when it first came out. It was kind of gimmicky because it had like 100 shades. They've narrowed down the shades a little bit, but overall, it's just a great foundation, and a lot of great foundations in the sale. So those are my foundation recommendations for the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. Now, next up is going to be powders. Now, 2 of them are powder foundations, but powder foundations can be used as just a regular powder, or they can be used as a foundation. I've used them as both. So really just depends on you. And then one is just a regular powder. So the first is going to be on September 6th. It is from Bare Minerals, the Bare Pro 16-Hour Skin Perfecting Powder Foundation. It's $21. Really great powder. I have it. I just have it in the wrong shade, so I really never use it. But it's one that you can use as a powder foundation, or you can just kind of take it lightly with a brush and go lightly. And sometimes I do that with a powder foundation where I dust lightly over maybe a tinted moisturizer or something to kind of give me a little bit more coverage, but to mattify it or something. So that's sometimes what I do, but really great. And Bare Minerals is great. Another mineral foundation and full coverage powder foundation is the Jane Arundel Pure Pressed Base Mineral Foundation and Refillable Compact. Now, it's going to be $10 to $23, and this is on September 16th. Just as a reminder, the refillable is $23, and then the compact is $10. So if you need both, it's going to be $33. However, if you use the product, then you don't need to buy that every single time. So it's definitely reduced on waste, and I will say those compacts are really nice. So it's a little bit more expensive than the Bare Minerals. Personally, of the 2, I like the Jane Arundel more. And the Jane Arundel is one that I can use like after I do like a chemical. I do this like halo treatment every so often. Not a halo, it's a laser treatment. And I can use that foundation within 48 hours. Like, my face is like brick red. I look like a lobster face. I literally burn my face off. But I can use that foundation after 48 hours. I don't necessarily do, but I can, like if I have to go out, I can use that foundation and it's safe for my skin. So really great. And then the last one is from IT Cosmetics. IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pore Powders. They're gonna be $16. Now, these are setting powders and a compact. They're fantastic. I don't know if I have it here. No, I don't. But the Bye Bye Pores is fantastic. You can use it under eyes. I have the loose powder. Use it all the time. It's just really, really good powder. And it's $16 on the last day of the sale, September 19th. Okay, so now we're getting into the fun stuff. So next we have eyeshadow. So eyeshadow kind of like, well, there's only 2 eyeshadow palettes and it's the same day. So there's a little bit of mixture with eyeshadow. So the first one is going to be on September 8th, and that is the Urban Decay 24/7 eyeshadow. Now, these are the little single ones. These are really good single shadows, very popular. I think they're fantastic. I love the packaging they come in. So those are great. So that is September 8th. Then on September 10th, if you want an eyeshadow palette, this is the only day. There are 2 eyeshadow palettes, and I'm actually wearing Nouveau today. So it is from Anastasia Beverly Hills, or ABH, the Nouveau and the Rose Metals. So I wore Rose Metals in the week 2 and week 3 video. I talked about that. So what I'm doing is I'm wearing Nouveau today. Really easy, simple look that I did. I have videos on both of them in my channel, so I'll post them one after the other up here if you're interested, but they're really great palettes. I actually decluttered all of my old Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow palettes, and I have the 3 the Cosmic, is it Cosmos, and then these 2, and they're all fantastic. So the formula is definitely different from the older formula. I love it. The shimmers I think are fantastic. Those are going to be $27.50, and that is on September 10th. Then you have on September 11th, you have the REM Beauty liquid eyeshadow. These are going to be $8 to $8.50, and these are fantastic. I actually have two shades. So I have the shade Comet that I talked about. I showed it on. It's a very light shade, and then I actually have forgot like a purple one that's really fun that they sent to me in PR. Really, it's really nice, wears really nice. I just don't wear purple eyeshadow very often, but it's a really cool color. So there's some really cool colors in that, but Comet is a really pretty, very champagne, very nice, easy to go on. They dry down nicely, but they don't dry down too fast, so you can work with them. I think they're great. Then you have the last one is from KVD Beauty. It is Select Eyeliners and Single Shadows. So we're talking specifically about the eyeshadows, and it's like the Dazzle Sticks. So I know these went viral a couple years ago. These are going to be $12, and I'm definitely picking up two of them. I was in Ulta the other day kind of looking at things that I knew were on sale, and I saw these. I swatched them. I'm like, oh my God, I cannot believe I've never tried these before. So they are gorgeous. So I'm going to try the Flash Storm and the Tornado. It's like the green one and Flash Storm. Those were the two that I swatched that I was like, I need to have these. So do I need them? No. Do I want them? Yes, I am getting them. And that is on September 17th. Okay, so next up is going to be mascara, and I have three for mascara. So the first up is going to be the Benefit Cosmetics Fan Fest Fanning and Volumizing Mascara. It is $14.50 on September 5th. Great mascara. It's actually a newer mascara. Works really well. Didn't budge, didn't smudge on me, didn't flake or anything on me. Really, really nice, solid mascara. Fantastic, $14.50. I believe it was in the August 25th sale. Somebody did say that they picked one up, but and they actually said they used my link, so thank you so much. Really great mascara. Then you have the Tartelette Extra Large 2B Mascara. This is going to be on September 7th. This is going to be $13.50. Now, this is 2B mascara, so it's different. I personally have never tried this one. They were supposed to send it to me in PR, and I never did get it. I love a 2B mascara. It's fantastic. But I've never tried this one. However, everyone that I know that has tried it loves it and thinks it's great. So I think if you are interested in it, it's a good time to try it. So I am going to recommend it. And the last one is on the last day of the sale, which is September 19th. And that is from Lancome, and that is the Lancome Monsieur Big Mascara. I believe it comes in two different versions, and it's going to be $15. This is a mascara that's been around forever. It's tried and true. It works great. You know, it's a great, great mascara. So those are my three recommendations for mascaras. Okay, moving on. We are moving on to brows. And I actually only have two products for brows. So first up is on September 13th. So it doesn't even start until like the last week of the sale. And that is the Benefits Cosmetic Precisely My Brow Pencil. It's $13, and it is on September 13th. And I have this, it's great. It is a microfine type tip. However, there's the new detailer, which is even smaller, which to me, I have it, I can use it, but it just is harder for me to work with. So I do like the Precisely My Brow Pencil. I will say I do like a thicker tip. And I don't have it here, but well, I have my Give Beauty one. So I do prefer like a thicker tip like this. Win Beauty has an amazing one. Amazing. It only comes in like 3 shades, but Win Beauty, and I think it's like the price is even like it's great. So if you miss the sale, then definitely check out the one from Win Beauty, because I think it's fantastic. I use the shade Blonde and I love it. The Precisely My Brow one, I really can only use it either one of those when I have tinted my brows. So my brows are like blonde, and so are my eyelashes. So I tint them probably about once every 4 to 6 weeks. So when I have them tinted, I can use that just to kind of fill them in. However, when they're blonde and they're transparent, I have no eyebrows. So I have to kind of pretty much paint the color on, and that's when I need something thicker. So it just depends on where I'm at. But I can also use, rather than something thicker, I can use the second product. So the second product is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Powder Duo, and then the 7B brush, which is just basically the eyebrow brush. Now these are going to be 10 to the brush is I think 10, and the powder is $11.50. Now when I first started doing my brows like 25 years ago, which was late, I didn't start doing my brows until like after college, which was bad. But I started with the ABH, right? And And I actually was lucky when I was living in New York one time. She actually came to Sephora. This was like 20 years ago. She came to Sephora in Times Square and was doing brows. Like, so I actually had my brows done by Anastasia one time, which was really cool. And you think back about it, but that was when she only had brow products and she was just kind of coming out, and I had read about her in like People magazine, but you know, it wasn't the Anastasia Beverly Hills brand that it is now. So, but little fun fact about Anastasia, but I love those brow duos. They're great. The powder is really great for someone like me that has sparse brows, that you can fill them in. I like the duo powder. Personally, I use the shade Taupe. Just somebody asked me in another video, I use the shade Taupe, and then for the Benefit Cosmetics, I use 2.5 is the shades that I use for Benefit Cosmetics. So those are the two that I recommend, and they're one after the other. So one's on September 13th and one's on September 14th. Okay, so now we're getting into a tricky category that I have like 7 recommendations. And it's mainly because it's blush. And blush is, there's different types. There's liquid blush, there's a cream blush, there's some kits. So I kind of was like, it was hard to kind of really narrow it down. So I just threw them all together. So if you're looking for a blush, there's definitely a blush for you in this sale. So the first up, on September 2nd, it's going to be the Maneater Cheek Plump, and these are $14.50. Now these are also, I have the Cheek Plump Glow, which was the original one, and then they came out with a newer one. I do not have any of those. So my video that I'll post here is from the original like Glow one. And then they came out with a newer version earlier this year maybe, and I think it's a matte version. I might pick up one of them just to try, I'm not sure, but I think they're very good. I think they're overpriced at $29. $14.50 is a steal. Like, I definitely think they're worth it. So really good. Just watch that video if you are interested in them, because the lighter colors tend to be very sheer. So some of the colors I thought I was going to love, I didn't, because they just disappeared on my face. And there was a couple colors that I didn't get because I thought they were going to be too deep for me, and they probably would have worked because, like I said, they were very sheer. I don't know about the newer one, but you know, there's probably some reviews on them, but I do think it's a really great product. The Lorac Face. So Lorac, they have the blush, and theirs blushes are going, and they have some really pretty colors. I thought they had some really pretty colors. These are going to be on September 3rd. And honestly, I didn't even know Lorac had blush, to be honest. I didn't even know they had foundation and concealer. They have foundation and concealer. So basically anything Lorac Face except for eyeshadow, but anything face products, they're going to be on sale. So they have like a foundation and a concealer, but I don't really know those products. I'm sure they're great, but the blush looks really pretty, and it's the cheapest blush that's going to be on sale because it's going to be $11.50. And I love Lorac eyeshadow. Lorac is like known for being a makeup artist brand, so you know, you don't get a lot of newness, so they're not on YouTube and TikTok and all of that, but they're a staple. So I would say if you are interested in just getting a really good solid powder blush, check out the one from Lorac on September 3rd. They're only $11.50. Then on September 4th, so the next day, the Bobbi Brown blush. So it's going to be the powder blush and the cream lip and cheek tints. So you have like they're both great. I did show you, I did wear the first blush, the cream blush in the week 1 video, and I showed both shades. I did the video on them as well. They're great. They're really great. I have 2 pinks, but they're very different. So they're really great. They're $18. Again, I think they're overpriced at $36, but $18 is a great price. And their powder blush, I've tried it. Between that and the Lorac, I would go for the Lorac just because it's cheaper and are probably about the same quality personally, but the Bobbi Brown is good. Anastasia Beverly Hills blush sticks on September 6th. They're going to be $17. I have just swatched these in store. I've never purchased them. I've never used them, but I've heard good things about them. The full-size nude sticks are not going to be on sale. These are very similar to that. Don't know about quality and stuff, but again, people that use them like them, and they're about the same price. So since they're not on sale, you could go for these, but I think these are worth picking up, at least one shade, but they seem to be good and they have good reviews. Benefit Cosmetics Wonderful World Silky Soft Powder Blush. They're going to be $16 on September 7th. These are like a staple. They're gorgeous. They have so many good colors. They came out with a bunch of new shades last year. I've used these blushes. I've had these blushes. My only complaint about these brushes is I hate the packaging, you know, but they're gorgeous. They're, you know, they're great. And a lot of people like the packaging. I just don't. And then on September 17th, you have this is one of those categories that could be kind of both, and that is the Smashbox face palette. So this is a face palette that has bronzer, blush, and a highlighter. So it has all of them. So they have some face palettes. And I think that if you're looking for like a face palette, this is a good one because it does have blush. There's another one I'll talk about in the next category that doesn't have blush, but these do have blush and they're $20 to $23. And then on September 18th, so the second to last day of the sale, some nude stick select kits are going to be on sale. I talked about these. I like the Rose and Honey, which has the bronzer and stuff like that. The bronzer, the highlighter, and one blush. They also have one that has 3 blushes. So I think these are great. And I love the minis of the nude sticks, and they're $15. So you're gonna get, if you get the one with the 3 blushes, you'll get 3 blush shades for $15, so $5 each. You just can't beat that. Okay, moving on now to this next category. I kind of combined it to a couple things, and that is contour, bronzer, and highlighter. So there's a couple things in this category, but some of them were on sale at the same day, so I just put them all in one category. And I have 6. So I have, again, a lot, but again, there's several types in this category. So the first up is going to be Lorac again, but this is Lorac, the face palette. So they have some really good contour palettes. They are $12 to $22.50. What I recommend is, I used to have the larger face palette that had like 4 different contours and like 2 highlighters and stuff. I can't remember, but it was a lot. I would go for the smaller one that has like the 1 highlighter shade and 2 contours, because unless you're a makeup artist, you don't need all the shades. So, and it's smaller, it's cheaper. So that's the one I would get. I had that one for a while, I used it, but there were some shades that I barely used. So I would go for the smaller one personally. They're very, very good. Like, it's a really good, again, really good powder. That was like the first like contour that I ever really had, and I had it for a very long time. So I finally decluttered it just because I owned it for so long. And that is on September 3rd. Then on September 6th, you have again Anastasia Beverly Hills. So the same day as the blush sticks, you have the cream contour highlight sticks. So they are going to be $12.50 to $17. So the highlight sticks that are the same ones as the blush sticks, I believe, are the ones that are $17. And then you have the cream contour and a smaller highlight that doesn't have the brush, it's just smaller. Those are $12.50. So I've never tried any of these, but again, really great price. Anastasia Beverly Hills is a good brand, and the reviews seem to be very good, so I would recommend these. Then on September 7th, so the next day, you have the Bobbi Brown bronzer powder. This is $23.50. This is a new reformulated version. Again, this is a product that I've never tried. I've tried the old one, which I did really like, but it has since been discontinued. It's been reformulated. But all the reformulated products, especially their powder products, the cream, not so much. Some of the creams I'm iffy about, but their powder products have all been really good. And there's a lot of shades in the bronzers. I do think they're overpriced at $47. At $23.50, I think they're great. And they're pretty big. They're a pretty big size. So definitely recommend these. Bobbi Brown is fantastic. I think the one that I'm probably recommended of all the powder bronzers is going to be NARS, the Laguna bronzer, various different shades. This is on September 14th, $20. Tried and true. They're great. They're fantastic. And I've never owned a full size Laguna bronzer, if you can believe it. And then what I talked about in the blush category, the same. Smashbox face palettes, $20 to $23 on September 17th. Again, they have bronzers and highlighters in them. And then the last one on September 18th is going to be the Nude Stick Select Kits. I included this in there because the Rose and Honey one has the Bondi Bay bronzer and the highlighter Hey Honey, which are 2 of my favorites. So I think those kits, again, you can get a bronzer, a highlighter, and a blush. And I'm not sure if any of the other kits do, but again, really great way. And it's a great way to try, at $5 a little stick. Okay, so next category are going to be lip products. This I'm combining anything that's lip. So lipstick, lip gloss, lip liner. So this one has 7. So it's got a little bit more, but again, I combined them all in one because some of them have multiple products on sale for one day. So the first up is going to be on the first day of the sale. So August 30th, the Max Maximal Silky Matte Lipstick. Again, this is a reformulated version, but MAC is kind of known for their lipsticks. $12.50, great, like that's drugstore price. Their lipsticks are fantastic. So I think, you know, if there's a shade that you want, you know, I got rid of mine, decluttered all my old MAC because they had been reformulated, and then plus I'd had them for several years, so I shouldn't put those on my lips. I might pick up a shade or two in some of the shades that I used to like love. And then you have on September 2nd from REM Beauty, the Beauty Essential Drip Lip Oil and At the Borderline Lip Liner, $8.50 to $9. So I have the lip oil. I showed it on the week 1 video. This is on September 2nd. I can't remember if I said it. This is a really great lip oil. I like it. It's very comfortable. It has like a little metal ball at the end. It's really nice applicator. So I really like it. And especially like at $9, totally worth it. The lip liner I haven't tried, but again, it's a good price. There's a better price on a lip liner later on, but if you're picking up one of the lip oils, you might want to pick up the lip liner as well. Then on September 4th, you have from Persona, you have the lip balm and the lip liner. I haven't tried their lip balm, but I have tried their lip liners and they're excellent. These are going to be $8 to $11. I think the lip liners are $8, so again, really great price. Love Persona Cosmetics. It's fantastic. Then the best deal, I think, for especially lip liners, but probably all lip products, are on September 13th, and that's going to be when Juvia's Place is on sale. Juvia's Place lips, like pretty much everything lips, they're going to be $5 to $7.50. The liners are $5. I have, here's one that I showed the last time. It's great. I love that it goes up like this. You don't have to sharpen it. It's great. I have another one. I did find it, by the way. I did find it. It was in my travel bag. I traveled with my neutral shade just because they're great. So if you don't have a sharpener, you travel, it's great. They last long. They're good. They're $5. And then all the other, you know, they have all those different types of lip products. So their lip products, I think, are great. Then this one is the last. This one I almost contemplated putting on. It's the most expensive, but it's the only like plumping thing that I'm recommending. And it is the Buxom Select Plump Shot Lip Serum. On September 14th, they're going to be $14.50. And these are good. These are a good product. I have them like little samples. I got like 3 little samples, but different shades. They're great. They're not burning. They plump up your lips a little bit, like not, you know, it doesn't burn, but they're really nice, really pretty colors. They're solid. So they're $14.50. They're a little pricier than some of the other lip products, but they're solid. So that's the reason why I'm throwing them in here. Then you have the Urban Decay Cosmetics Vice Hydrating Lipstick, $10.50. These are going to be on September 15th. This is one that I'm picking up. So I haven't tried these. I've been wanting to try them, and I have heard like reviews are good. I've heard good things about them. So at $10.50, I'm going to pick up a shade or two, even though I do not need any lip products. And then finally, again, this is a thing that I might be picking up, and this is on, so the Urban Decay is on September 15th. On September 16th will be all of Nabla Lip. And I love Nabla. I haven't used Nabla. Is like I think it's an Italian brand, I think, and they have a couple of lip products. They will be on sale on September 16th. So the price is going to be $9 to $11.50. So really great price. If you've been wanting to try Nabla lip products, that would be the day to do it. Okay, 2 more categories left. Next up, we have dry shampoo. So I did break it up with 3 recommendations for dry shampoo. There's several, and there's a couple that are within like all brand sales where there's a dry shampoo in there. So I did break it off. So on September 1st, there is the Dry Bar Detox Thickening Dry Shampoo. I've used this and I love it. It's great. Actually, I haven't used the thickening one. I've just used the regular dry shampoo, but I really do like their dry shampoo. It doesn't leave like a residue in anything, so it's really good. I haven't used the thickening one though, so might want to read reviews on that. I didn't see anything bad on it, but you know, if you're concerned about that or if you have dark hair, just consider that. Then you have the Lange Stardust Dry Shampoo Powder. So this is one of those ones that's non-aerosol. I didn't have the price on here, so I need to look that up. I will put it in the notes below. This is on September 12th. So the first one was on September 1st. This one's not until September 12th. And this is, again, the Lange Stardust Dry Shampoo Powder. So this is one that's like a powder. You put it on. I like those. Like, I like those. I feel like I just get a better, I use one right now from Day that I got, and it's really nice. So I really like those dry shampoo powders. And then the last one is on September 18th, and that is from IGK, First Class Dry Shampoo, and it's going to be $16. Again, it's one I've used. I've tried it. It's great. Works great. Doesn't leave the residue or the white cast, and works really well. And then the last category is just some miscellaneous items that really didn't fit into anything, and I didn't want to create a category just to say this. So these are miscellaneous. First one is on September 1st, and that is the Grande Cosmetics Travel Size Grande Lash MD Lash Enhancing Serum, $18. So this is a travel size. It's going to be a smaller size, but it's a really great way to, again, try it out, see if you like it, see if it irritates your eye, etc. And I like their serum. Then the Moon Whitening Device on September 4th, it's going to be $45. Fantastic, I love it. I just need to use it more, and I need to get in the habit of using it more. But it's a really great product, and if you use it consistently, it works. And it has like the kit does have like the strips with it, but then you can buy the strips individually to use with the whitening device, or my understanding is that you can use like any Crest white strips. I will probably just buy the ones from Moon because they're a really good price. They're not that much more expensive than like the Crest white strips or anything, but you don't have to use it with theirs. You can kind of use the ones that are, you know, over the counter. And then on September 7th will be the Color Wow Travel Size Dream Coat and Supernatural Spray. It's only going to be $6. I'm probably going to pick up several of these. I've used it. It's wonderful. Again, I love that it's travel, and it's just a great product. So you can just, it's good to have it. Like, I like having those things with to travel with, especially when I'm going to the theme parks. So a really great product, great way to try it. And then finally, the Clarins Instant Lift Effect and Glow Boosting Face Mask, $40. This is going to be on the last day of the sale, September 19th. I actually used it this morning. I was really puffy. My eyes were really puffy, and I use it. It just is very cooling, and just kind of helps tighten the pores, tighten the face. It's kind of like it's a cryo mask. It's kind of like doing like an ice mask on your face, but not putting an ice mask on your face, but it's really nice, and I'm contemplating buying it again. I'm probably about halfway through, maybe a little bit more, so I probably should buy another one, but I'm trying not to buy backups. But those are my 4 miscellaneous items that I highly recommend. So there you have it. Those are my recommendations for the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale for fall 2024. Again, if I didn't mention a specific product, or like again, I didn't do serums. There's a lot of categories that I just kind of avoided altogether. But if there was something that I didn't recommend, like I know there's Half Magic, I think is a brand of liquid eyeshadow. I had enough eyeshadow that I didn't need to fill in with something that I hadn't used, and I don't really know too much about it, so I stuck with the one. And then I also stuck with, like, I know the Stila eyeshadows are really good, but I know the REM ones, and the REM ones are cheaper, so I'm gonna go with the ones that are cheaper because it's a sale and you're trying to get a bargain. So just because I didn't mention anything doesn't mean I don't like it. You can go back to the original sale, look at each day. Again, there's timestamps, so you can just go through it, but I did want to break it up with, these are my top recommendations and the things that I think are the best bang for your buck in each category. So with that, if you like this video, click like, click and subscribe. That way you get a notification every time I post a new video. Bye everyone.